Jim Trotter. He was a reporter, writer for the NFL, really good at his job. Has filed, litigation or a lawsuit against the NFL for discrimination. He's alleged that the owner for the Buffalo Bills and Jerry Jones have said some off-colored racist remarks towards NFL players or black players. And it's also citing that they didn't renew his contract for discriminatory reasons. Now, what people don't realize about Jim Trotter is that he's a guy that, and now he works for the Athletic, so he's still doing his thing, but he was very, very outspoken about black executives getting opportunities. So he had asked Roger Goodell at some point, when there's going to be more changes in the front offices with black executives or people that are around the newsroom or whatever it is. And Goodell said that they're working on it, see what they can be able to do, and came back the following year and questioned Goodell again and said, hey, I asked you last year, nothing has really happened. What's up? Right? So I understand that he's an advocate and he's pushing his agenda, and I like that you're standing on your square, right? You always tell people to make sure that you stand on your square, you be, honorable, you stick up for what you believe in and all that stuff. All of those things are admirable. However, we all have worked for bosses. We all have worked for certain places where it's very, very detrimental to your future career at that particular establishment if you constantly are checking your supervisor, or i.e. the person that actually runs the actual job itself. Right? So if there's a seminar at your job and the CEO is speaking, you're not going to take your microphone and say, hey, I had asked you a year ago that certain changes should be made and I haven't heard anything back while the seminar is actually going on. That would be a conversation to say, hey, listen, I remember we had a conversation a year ago, could we be able to schedule a meeting so I could be able to pass some more stuff at you and see how we can be able to work that? Oh yeah, cool. We can set up a meeting and work that out. That's different than calling somebody out in a public space. Roger Goodell handled it well, but who's to say that Roger Goodell didn't leave that meeting? And it's not him, right? Roger Goodell is just going about his business, but somebody who works for Goodell, that works right under Goodell, that actually is Mr. Trotter's boss, technically, doesn't like that line of questioning. What ends up happening? And we're black men, right? We understand how our particular words are used as bullets and it's weaponized against us. So if this was his stance, he had to have known the consequences. Go ahead, stand on your square. That's fine. Nobody's telling you that you shouldn't do that. Do it. But know that you're not going to have a job after it. Colin Kaepernick knew the ramifications of him kneeling. He didn't know it probably would have went that far where he's 7 years removed, he's still unemployed. But he knew that there was going to be some backlash. So that's my thing, is that do what you want to do. But don't cry discrimination when you're no longer employed with said company. Mm-hmm. Because you already knew what time it was.
I'd rather take the risk.
Right. You honestly think that the NFL is going to be, what, hey, bro, yeah, let's fire him right now. Why his contract is still in. They're going to be liable for that. You can't, There's nothing liable for the NFL at this point if your contract just runs out. There's a lot of changes that have worked that have gone on with Disney. A lot of people have lost their jobs there. A lot of people have lost their jobs in other places like the WWE. They went ahead and they now they're joint with UFC with this big company, but a lot of people lost their jobs. You know how many people have lost their jobs in other situations? Doesn't necessarily mean there's discrimination. You may feel that way because maybe they kind of cut off ties to you after that line of communication, but letting somebody's contract running out is not, there's no real proof that you can really be able to have behind that. Now, the allegations that he's levying in regards to some owner saying some shit, if true, that's a little crazy, right? Yeah. It's a little crazy. You know, the Bills owner came out and he had a statement and he vehemently denied it, right? Now, if he is innocent, that's the type of statement that you want to hear, right? Like, look, I ain't say none of that shit. I don't know what the hell he talking about, blah, blah, blah. Jerry Jones, the same thing. Like, Jerry Jones come out and said, listen, this is, and people swear by Jerry Jones. So Jerry Jones has always taken care of black players. Jerry Jones has always been an advocate to changing the NFL and pushing it forward. So, you know, for a guy that was standing on a square and ended up losing his job, or they didn't renew his job and now he's working somewhere else, for me, it's just like, all right, bro. Like, thoughts, Claw?
I mean, listen, you try to walk it back. It might be a little bit too late. And what's said is said.
Yeah.
I mean, people got to understand the ramifications of what you say to people. Yeah. What you say publicly.
Right.
There's ways to handle certain situations.
Exactly.
And don't be mad if they fix the glitch.
Right. We fixed the glitch. Did you fire him? No. We fixed the glitch. Little office space humor if people don't know that. Like, that's exactly what it was. You know what I mean? Somebody said, yeah, I didn't like his line of questioning. Don't worry. We'll fix the glitch.
Don't worry about it.
We'll deal with it.
His contract renewal is
right
across the board today.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So it's like, you know,
he just won't get a paycheck anymore.
That's it.
Denied.
You're not gonna fire him. He just won't get a paycheck anymore. He's still in the building.
Go get my stamp.
Yeah, you know, it's just, it's one of those things, bro. It's just like, look, respect to the man. He's a good journalist, or, you know, whatever he does, he's good at what he does, right? But there's some battles that you need to understand how to fight them. Fight your battles, but understand how to play the game.
Bro.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's in life, right? You can't just have a blowhorn and just go crazy and expect everybody to listen to you, because sometimes that strategy doesn't work. Sometimes kicking down the front door don't work. Sometimes you gotta go through the back. Pause.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
But you know what I'm saying? It's what it is.